Dag weer eens menere. Vandag doen ons gou net 'n oorsig van die graad 12 voorbereide toespraak wat 20 punte tel. Dis 2 tot 3 minute. Ek wil net deur die rubriek werk. It's only work through the rubriek. Okay. So just go with me quickly. It won't be so long. It will probably take about 10 minutes. So first of all, it's going to be 2 to 3 minutes and obviously you must research the topic. It's given already. You will obviously prepare in such a way that it will show in the presentation. Okay. These points here on how is basically a summary, bullet point summary of each aspect of the rubric that will be used to mark your work. So I'll just touch on a few things. Praat direct met die gehoor, so you're talking as if you're talking to people directly, even though I asked you to record it. Yes, still, you obviously will use your creative thinking there. You will sow through your modeling that you have researched it. You will have effective introduction, and you will develop your ideas, okay, in a logical and very clear manner. It will show organization, chronological approach to it. If you're going to compare, contrast, and problem solve, that's going to show through your presentation. And then obviously, after you've done all the hard work in researching it and getting info and preparing it chronologically, the main idea is how do you present it? And that is going to be your voice, your expression, your intonation, the way you're going to put it, and the way you're going to use your physical attributes to a way that will enhance your hard work of your actual modeling of your research. So I'm not going to take too long to go through this, but obviously these are the bulleted, this is the bulleted rubric, and obviously it will be a PowerPoint as well, because that will finally prove that you have researched it to such a point that you've shown the clips, you've shown pictures, you've shown, the various links you've made. So if you have pictures with words with the title on top too, that obviously shows that you have researched it, and that will enhance and solidify your work. The topics that we gave is, it looks like 6, but actually much more. It's an endless topic, because number 6 says here, any pre-approved topic. We come from this because obviously not with your teacher. We are saying that any topic that has been listed here and you have reworked it and edited it in such a way that you've now made it a toespraak, that's all good. And you'll find that it's a very well-resourced encyclopedia type of Afrikaans website. Brilliant for writing as well as for orals as well. Your reading can also come from there, by the way. Your voorbereide lees. You can also take a different one from there. Then just to go on to the actual rubric. The first, we will focus on these 3 guys. This is where most of you guys will end up. I'm talking about this last 4. We don't really, that's not high and wider. That is wider to the right, but you want to be wider to the left. Okay. So in terms of this, we want you to focus on to do exceptionally well. And it depends on your attitude, first of all, and the energy you put into it. The first block of this rubric says research. Have you done research? Is het shown? Wys die feit dat jy goed nagevors het in jou mondeling. Okay. Is daar verskillende feite? Maak jy voorbeelde? Or you just trying to get done and you haven't done more work than this. You actually want to be in the middle here. Your preparation is in the middle, but you want this mark. No, you need to show that you've researched it. And then planning and organization of it. That will come through in the actual oral. Does it correlate with the actual opdracht? With the format, with the context? How have you made effort to make your points come home? Okay, is it brilliant ontwikkel? That will obviously be a decision that you make, that when you present it, to present it in such a way that it will make an impression. Okay, and so this is this column here. I'm not going to go take too long with this because I know a lot of you guys have probably done it already. So I'm just motivating some guys who have not started yet. And then this is important because this is the vehicle, not your writing, not your pen, not your ink, not what's on the page, what comes out by your mouth, what is shown on your face, the actual presentation. That is what we're looking at. Okay, all the other preparation before that will lead to you presenting it. Jy sal dit aanbied op 'n manier wat totaal briljant sal wees, né? Nee, natuurlik 'n goeie aanbieder. Jy is fluent, is flowing, jy wys vaardigheid, is skill, jy is bezielend, inspiring. Jy gebruik gepaste styl en register en jou stemtoon is opgewek en vol energie. So, goeiemôre meneer Fransman in klas. Vandag gaan ek aan julle hierdie volgende onderwerp aanbied en ek wil hulle almal se aandag hê. So you actually playing a bit of a role because it's not a natural way of talking. It actually is an exaggerated way of presentation, 100%. Duidelike, hoorbare uitspraak, oogkontak, eye contact, facial expression, your verbal body language, it's functional and it's convincing. So everything you do, if you point your finger, if you lift your hand, if you widen your eyes, if you slow the words, duidelike, hoorbare uit. So if you do all of that, it's part of your presentation. Very good. That will be obviously noted very early on because you talk the way you don't talk normally. That will be good. Gehoor, obviously the reaction of the audience, that will be the teacher's reaction if you video record it. And obviously when you play it in class, there will be a reaction, and your own reaction is the most important. Vrymoedige voordragheid means you're presenting it with so much energy and so much gusto that the person listening to you saying, man, I can't but help to give you a 70 and above. You know, we get 80% for our orals. We have, over the past few years, our orals have been of a very high standard, and you guys must continue this. Okay. Remember, at the end of the year, we are visited by the Department of Education because this is the one aspect where you can't see it in writing. You must come and listen to a sampling of the people who presented it. And if you are of those guys who are getting the top marks, you will maybe get another chance to present it again. And if a teacher gave you 49 and this person you're listening to say, but this is actually a 50. Dis 'n 50 meneer, hoekom gee? Dan sê mevrou, gee met gegraagte vir hom 50 uit 50. Ons onderwyser is nie bang om jou volpunte te gee nie. Ek is een van hulle. Ons gee volpunte vir uitstekende werk. Want ons motto en ons lese by die skool is hoor en weier manne. Sê daai hoor my deeglike navorsing, woordeskat, kreatiewe taalgebruik, uitmuntende manipulasie van die taal, exceptional manipulation of the language, and exceptional sensitivity for the respectful use of the language and sensitivity towards cultural questions. So you won't just use a word out of context, and you'll be sensitive towards the words you're using. And in the end, you'll end up saying that I've also put so much effort in, I've put pictures and visual aids to this mondeling, which further enhances the mondeling. So, important thing is that nothing overrides your actual presentation, but it actually just boosts, supplements your already energetic, high energy mondeling. Okay, so die mondeling gaan oor fisiese aanbieding. So jou groot werk nadat jy navorsing gedoen het, is om dit te present, manne. Jy kan 'n video maak, asseblief, want ons gaan miskien nie tyd in die klas hê nie, so maak asseblief 'n video van jouself en vra iemand om te luister. Ons kan nie sien of jy notas gebruik nie, so dit is in jou guns. It's in your favor because we can't really see whether you're reading, whether you've creatively found a way how to do the mondeling, you know, via using notes. We don't know. We're looking. Nobody's going to check. So make the presentation powerful. Here's your chance to make an impression. So the topics that we gave, forbidden love, the world, that comes from Phila, by the way. You know what happens in Phila when Lucas and and you think it's his sister initially falls in love. Maybe you can speak about that. Remember, your Phila is a great topic to use. You can use any theme that flows from Phila, or any of your poetry. Die wêreld is nog 'n veilige plek. The world is still a safe place. Maybe that's a good question. Maybe it's a rhetorical question that you can answer and do a stance of all on it. Viruses of the world, that is very clear why that is part of it. People in the rare pitch. So mense in hulle rare troeteldiere, we did huiskat. It can flow from there or from your own personal collection or your knowledge of people's collection of pets. Identity. It could flow again from an essay maybe you wrote already about it. Or, you know, the whole Phila speaks about identity. So speak about, you know, that topic lends itself to a wide approach. Okay, so you're researching it anyway. Alles van die beste manne. Ons praat gou weer. Ja, ek het die Earth Society webtuiste gebruik. Ek sal alle video's wat ek maak op die Earth Society webtuiste beskikbaar maak. So gebruik dit asseblief en laat my weet hoe gaan dit. Julle kan met my natuurlik skakel. Ek het besluit om nie 'n WhatsApp groep te maak nie want dit is te veel graad 12. Maar vir my eie klas sal ek een begin and if you want to add to people you can add to that as a direct link to me because as a grade 12 planner, I'm the only person posting as you can see. So hopefully we can have interaction around this, but the mondeling, there's no getting away from it. You have to do it. The reading mondeling flows from exactly the same theme. You'll have to present it same amount of time, 2 to 3 minutes. You can use the Millistrong website to get a reading, and that will follow the same emphasis on voice, presentation, emphasis, tempo of reading. Okay, alles van die beste manne. Al twee hierdie goed is jou laaste mondeling in Afrikaans vir die res van jou lewe. Alles van die beste.